Hey YouTube, you have Leonard here, bringing guys Toradora episode number 14. Now, candidly, everyone, I do not remember too much from this episode. I know the gist of what goes on. It's a very contemplative episode, a little bit more on the downside, and I guess it kind of like is the calm before the storm that's going to take place over the next few episodes. But candidly, I don't remember too much, so I'm kind of excited to see like what happens here and just like like how it goes about setting up and there's any like subtle like hints at future events or things like that. So we're going to get into this one. Let's get this started. We're going to start the episode in five, four, three, two, one. What? I can't. The two of them just like, what is happening? Put it up. This episode is the legend of the Palmtop Tiger of happiness. But literally, I have no idea like how they even come up with this like ridiculous lore. Basically, spoiler but not a spoiler because we're about to get into it. But in this episode, a lot of people are going to be revering Taiga and her special powers that do not exist. Also, fair warning for all of you who really love this opening. I think this is, if not our last episode, we have maybe 2 episodes, give or take, left of this opening before we get to the next opening. And as I said before, the next opening is not bad, but I don't like it. I've tried to like it. There are certain moments where I'm like, this is cool. And it kind of fits the mood of the series going forward. But they should just stuck with this opening. That's creepy. That's actually creepy. Shocking. But the opening. Uncensored. Ill. These two. What kind of stupidity is this? Wait, did you finish Watch Demon Slayer Arc 3, Episode 3 before recorded in video? No, I haven't done Episode 3 yet, so I have to run. I'm going to do Episode 3 for Kimetsu no Yaiba tomorrow. So I haven't seen it yet. But I have nothing going on tomorrow evening, so I'm going to do the episode tomorrow instead. Yeah, Gerald, the whole plot for this whole entire thing was just ridiculous. 100% ridiculous. It's kind of funny though, because I really don't remember much of this episode. All I remember is Ryuji feeling bad for Taiga and about her happiness. That's the only thing I really remember from this episode. This is facts. That it is. Oh no! Look at the rumors. Wow. Wow. She's trash. I hate her. I hate her right now. Ouch. Yo, Sensei deserves better. Sensei doesn't deserve this from the kids. They're all looking for an opportunity to touch her. I'd fight all of them. All of them. She wants one of those rumors to be true. What? She's about to die. Can't even. I just keep thinking of the teacher in Snafu. Teacher in Snafu is the best teacher ever. Why can't I remember her name all of a sudden? Sorry for why. I can't remember her name all of a sudden. And now the Ami stuff. Trash. I love Ami. That's the best one though. The Boss Black No Sugar is the best one. When I went to Japan, like I would go to like vending machines. That's all I would drink. How is that not on purpose? How how is that not an accident? This kid was trash. She was second best match for Hachiman. Purely in personality, the age just didn't. It wouldn't work. As much as I'm a Yui stan, everyone, I kind of always wonder. I kind of liked Irohas. Irohas was like a dark horse that I never thought much about, and I was like, she became one of my favorites. But Irohas was easily the worst match for Hachiman. You would think, wouldn't you? Yes, I know the Bucks are losing, and I'm not happy. Not happy. Was she a JoJo character? Kind of like early 2010 school. Okay, Lakers are losing. I don't care about the Lakers right now. What? What kind of stupidity is this, Taiga? Was it? Yeah, this episode. Yeah, this anime was like 2008, 2009. It's an older one. Definitely an older one. Older. And Minori's losing her mind. But ironically enough, even though this came out in 2009, I knew all about it. I never watched this until 2019. No, I lied. 2020 is when I first watched this. It's like Game of Yu-Gi-Oh. Minori. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Does this not make it very clear and obvious how he feels? For a keepsake, yeah. Interesting. I mean, mm-mm. Oh no. Sensei. Sensei. Yeah, about 12, 13 years, give or take. Kissing up to her. No, no season two. No season two. The content for this was fully covered in the light novels. And yes, Joe, like this literally had the photo, which is very iconic, and of course the mature themes. Notice how, for instance, everyone that Minori called Ami mature, how the sensei called Ami mature. Just keep that in mind because Ami is someone who, again, has a very mature persona. Knows though that Ryuji never really views her in that type of a light. Tiger needs to shut up. He is struggling so hard. That is what it looks like. They're playing my song. This is actually one of the few times we get, at this point anyway, any real dialogue out of the president. Like meaningful dialogue. And here we go. Let the student council drama begin. And her love for Maduro, which was shown, by the way, since episode 2, still reigns very strong. Third time the word mature has been dropped. Third time. The undercover security. This is legit, by the way. This is actually a thing. I've sadly experienced this. Love this line. Love this line. This is facts. Oh, Ryuji. Look how he pays attention. He's paying attention. He cares. And notice everyone calls her mature, and only Ryuji calls her a child. Oof, Kitamura. um, Kitamura. If it's not obvious, by the way, everyone, you can tell that Kitamura right now, this latter part of the episode, something clearly has happened to him. He's clearly out of it. That sounds so wrong. It's very sincere, though. Just not in that way. Yes, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Notice how she's like clinging to him, and he finds his happiness. Granted, she did touch him because she beat him up. Such a liar. He's such a liar. Ooh. Uh oh. Yatsuko. Way too fast. Aw. Such a good mother. And the Ami stuff. Mm-hmm. Everyone but one person. You know exactly, Ami, what you would wish for. And Minori. She was cute, short girl with long hair. Which one? Taiga? With the long brown hair. Is that what you mean, y'all water? Na na na. So do to came so okay. Yeah, I would agree. Tiger's we all love Tiger here. If you watch this show, you love Tiger. So everyone, that is the episode. We will wait for the ending to finish, and then afterwards we will get over to the preview, and then we will do our final thoughts. I think honestly, I'm very glad I did decide to watch this episode. I remember it being kind of more fillers because nothing really technically happens, but this episode actually really does foreshadow and set up so many different things of our characters. Taiga and this whole idea about Taiga being happy or not being happy, I should say. Taiga's able to grant happiness to all these different people through means of this weird legend. But at the same time, Ryuji asks the question, if Taiga keeps giving and giving and giving and everyone's getting happy, at the end of the day, when does Taiga get her happiness? Something to think about. And the reason why it's interesting is the fact that in Taiga's actual personality, and we'll see this as the series kind of unfolds, Taiga is one to give at her own expense. Hold that thought. Preview. I quit everything. Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow's episode. I cannot wait. Episodes 15, 16 will be good. Is Taiga the giving tree? Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. Taiga is indeed like the giving tree. But the thought I was getting to before everyone is the fact that we'll see this later, but Taiga is the type who gives. She gives at her own expense, even if it means that she's going to suffer in the long run. I personally think, based on seeing this series a few times, that when they keep doing this whole thing about the Tenori Taiga, the Palmtop Tiger of happiness and everything, I think it kind of prepares us for what will eventually happen in the show. The idea of Taiga and her happiness, and how can she achieve her happiness when she's theoretically at the same time, personality wise, always likes to give, but she discounts herself. Something to think about. The Ami stuff that's being set up. I guess they review this later, so I will not say specifically what is happening with Ami for those who are first like new to the series. But Ami was clearly offered something in terms of like her job or whatever. She chose ultimately to still potentially stay. That's the assumption you can make. But Ami's made a decision to stay at the school, stay with her friends, the people that she likes, and everything like that. And a big reason for that is Ryuji, because she likes Ryuji, as we know. And for all of her life, and keep in mind her facade, that she's mature, everyone loves her, this and that, so respectable. Only Ryuji, who knows her for the true person that she is, looks at her as someone who can be childish, someone who isn't necessarily always mature, someone who needs to be taken care of. And that's something that really endears Ami to Ryuji, because he sees through her. He sees her for the person that she is, or the person that she wants to be, which is a regular high school girl. That's what Ami wants to be. But because of her profession, the way that she's viewed and the way that she carries herself, her facade, she's never really viewed by anyone, of her friends, teachers, you name it, as a normal high school girl. So that's the Ami side of things and how that will potentially be changing. We don't get much Minori, but we actually kind of do, because Minori is starting to become one of those characters where she's becoming more self-aware. As I've said before, the 85 picture, she looks at it, she knows that Ryuji went to get the picture, she takes a picture as well. Ami gives her a pep talk, recognizing the fact that something's off in Minori. And again, Minori is not the type to really show her feelings or express how she's feeling. She hides behind her joyful facade, her goofy facade. And clearly she has to be thinking to herself, to some degree, what do I want to do? We don't know much about her goals and aspirations. We know she loves softball. We know that at this point she is at least somewhat aware of Ryuji, and she's trying not to overthink things. I think she has rationalized that him and Taiga are good friends, and he likes Taiga, and Taiga likes him. But at the same time, now she's confused because she sees her conversation with Ryuji and she tries to discount those. She sees the picture. She's like, maybe this doesn't mean anything. And we see that now she's becoming conflicted and she's starting to think through stuff and she's not entirely sure what she wants to do. Last but not least, Kitamura. Kitamura right now, we have not gotten much of anything, but we've gotten very subtle hints. Going back to episode 8, Ami says what's going on at the student council. We go on to see whether or not that in future episodes, he's kind of like looking a little bit off. He's with the president. He's kind of thinking through stuff. And then finally, we see in this episode, he and the president have a conversation, and Kitamura clearly is not the same as a result of that. So, things for us to think about, everybody. Kitamura is going through some stuff as well. All of our characters are going through something, and I just think it's interesting. So, great episode. That's what I wanted to say. That was my mini review, I guess you could say, of episode 14. Time out. Yes, Yellow R, what's up? Oh, I didn't stop the timer, by the way. So that, everyone, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like the video if you like the video. It's greatly appreciated. I'm going to end the recording here. And with that, I'm Leonard, and I'm out. Peace.